For our first story, we have, am I the ass for making my coworker a separate meal after she insulted my cooking? I work in a small office where we do a potluck-style lunch once a week. I love cooking, so I usually bring something homemade. For context, I'm Thai, and a lot of what I make has strong flavors. Think garlic, fermented fish sauce, chili, shrimp paste, that kind of thing. Most of my coworkers love it. Kate, though, has always been weird about it. She's made little comments before, like, wow, that's pungent, or, your food is so intense. Once, when I brought in som tam, green papaya salad, she wrinkled her nose and said, why does it smell like that? Like, it smells like lime and chili? Sorry, it's not a turkey sandwich, Kate. The worst was when she asked me if I grew up eating bugs. I kind of laughed it off because I was so caught off guard, but she kept going, talking about how she saw a documentary about Thai people eating crickets and how it must be normal for me. I told her, as evenly as I could, that yes, some people eat insects, but it's not like I was raised munching on tarantulas for breakfast. She got all flustered and said she didn't mean it like that. Anyway, last month, I made cow soy for the potluck, a northern Thai curry noodle soup. Everyone seemed to love it, except Kate, who took one bite, made a face, and said, oh, this is strong. Then she laughed like it was a joke, but she barely touched her bowl. Later, I overheard her telling someone it was too much spice and too many smells at once. So a few weeks later, when it was my turn to cook again, I made my usual dish plus a plain grilled chicken breast with some steamed veggies and a little cup of ranch dressing. No seasoning, no strong smells, etc. I left a note for Kate, since I know she prefers something simple. She was pissed. Said I was singling her out and making her look bad. I told her I was just trying to be accommodating, the way she seemed to want. Some coworkers thought it was hilarious. Others said I was being passive-aggressive. Honestly, maybe I was. Am I the ass? That's the end of our first post. Let's see what the commenters had to say. Our first commenter says, I would have given her a PB&J sandwich. And said, I know you don't like anything ethnic. And when she said she felt singled out, well yes, no one else makes comments, only you. Our second commenter says, Kate sucks. I'd say not the asshole. If someone is going to keep insulting your food, then you don't need to keep preparing it for them. Kate wanted to be an asshole and got served. I'm 100% here for it. Good for you. Our third commenter says, how long are you going to put up with her racist microaggressions before you actually call her out on it? For our second story, we have, am I the ass for leaving my date at the bar after she insulted my kids? I am a 26 male. About a month ago, I met a girl, Hope, 25 female, at this gaming group I attend. We're just in the talking stage now, but I like her a lot. Something to know about me is that I am divorced. I have 2 daughters, 5F and 3F, and split custody with my ex. I have the kids every other weekend and on Wednesdays, Thursdays. I guess Hope didn't know I had kids. Thought she 100% knew I was divorced. She and me were going to pub trivia last Sunday, and I just dropped the girls off at my ex place. I said something about it while we were ordering drinks, and Hope acted offended. She said she didn't want kids, fine, and never wanted to see or hear about mine. That's okay with me, not everybody likes kids. But then she started getting very vulgar and calling them crotch gobbling and SX fruit and stuff like that. I nicely told her to stop or I'd leave, but she just kept going. I told her I was ready to go, and I canceled my drink and went home. We haven't talked since and it'd been almost a week. Am I the asshole for leaving Hope at the pub when she called my kids crotch gobbling and SX fruits? That's the end of our second post. Let's see what the commenters had to say. Our first commenter says, not the asshole. It's one thing not wanting kids, and especially taking care of kids that is not biological yours. But pretty much everything but okay. I don't think you and me will work out from her makes her the asshole and you the not the asshole. Our second commenter says, WTF is SX fruit. Yes, I know what it means, but who thinks of that? Closing parenthesis exclamation mark. Our third commenter says, I think the term is crotch goblin, but yeah, she's horrible. For our last story, we have, am I the asshole for sterilizing myself against my partner's wishes? Okay Reddit, I need some unbiased outside opinions because I truly feel like I'm going crazy dealing with this situation. I, 28 female, and my partner, 28 male, have 2 children together and have been married for 8 years. For those 8 years I've either been on birth control when we were preventing pregnancy or tracking my cycle when we were trying to conceive. Adding this just to give the community the context that reproductive responsibility has always fallen on my shoulders. Recently we discussed the possibility of being done with children since we have our 2 and the family really feels complete. My partner is in agreement that a 3rd child is off the table for him as well. So with that I thought, great. I can bring up sterilization for either him or I. The reason I wanted this is because I've had every form of birth control before and none of them ever left me feeling 100% okay, so I wanted to be done with birth control completely since we both agreed we're done. It's been about 3 months since our talk about more children, so I brought up either getting a vasectomy for him or me getting a salpingectomy, removing my fallopian tubes. What I thought would be a productive conversation completely blew up. He outright refused a vasectomy, and when I was okay with that and said I'd happily get a salpingectomy, he completely flipped his shit on me, screaming at me about how he forbids it from happening and he won't allow me to damage myself like that. I ended up just leaving the conversation and headed to get our kids from school, but on the way I ended up calling my gynecologist to schedule a consultation for the salpingectomy after making sure I won't need my spouse's approval. So Reddit, am I the asshole if I go through with the sterilization against my partner's wishes? That's the end of our last post. Let's see what the commenters had to say. Our first commenter says, he forbids you. Big nope on that. Our second commenter says, not the asshole. Your body, your choice, and no man can forbid you from controlling your reproductive destiny. Our third commenter says, your body, your choice, not the asshole. That's all for today. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.